Hey everyone, are you dreaming of a life in Canada? In this video, we'll be discussing the top 7 easiest ways to make your immigration dreams come true. Say goodbye to stress and hello to a new life in Canada. But don't just dream it, let's do it! Let's start with Express Entry, or as I like to call it, the Canadian Fast Track. This program is like the show Canada's Got Talent, where age, education, work experience and language skills are your talent, and the highest scores get the golden buzzer. Every few weeks, Canada presses the golden buzzer button and sends invites to the highest scores to apply for permanent residence. It's like an awards show, but without the fake smiles and boring speeches. On arrival, you'll have the freedom to work or study or chill out watching hockey games all day long. The catch? Just make sure you stay in Canada long enough each year to keep the Canadian dream alive. Over the next couple of years, Canada is projected to welcome an increasing number of skilled immigrants from 83,000 in 2023, reaching up to 114 in 2025, making Express Entry a top choice for hopeful immigrants. Just think, you could be one of them. With the new National Occupational Classification, 16 additional occupations now qualify for Express Entry. From truck drivers to nurses, teaching assistants to payroll administrators, a wide range of new occupations now qualify for Express Entry. So pack your bags and seize your chance, because the Express Entry may be your path to an incredible Canadian adventure. Next up, the Provincial Nominee Program, or PNP. This is about each Canadian province or territory nominating people who they think will benefit their job market. It's like each province is picking their team, and you could be their star player. They just need to know that you got the skills, education, and work experience to be a game changer. Each province and territory has its unique immigration programs. Some are interconnected with Express Entry, while others have their own rules. To secure a nomination, you can apply to more provinces in the same time, enhancing your chances of earning a permanent residency. It's hard to explain 15 to 100 programs quickly, but check out these programs to find out your way to Canadian permanent residency. In 2023, the combined power of Canada's provincial nominee programs is the biggest economic stream, even larger than Express Entry. More than 105,000 newcomers will be welcomed through these programs. If you've already got family in Canada, well, you may just be in luck. The Family Sponsorship Program is like the buddy system in elementary school, but on an international scale. Your family member in Canada, be it your spouse, kid, or parent, may be able to hold your hand as you cross the border into your new life. The family members that can be sponsored include spouses, common law partners, conjugal partners, dependent children, parents, and grandparents. The sponsor must demonstrate that they can provide financial support to their sponsored family members for a certain period of time. There are different application processes depending on the type of relationship between the sponsor and sponsored family member. For example, sponsoring a spouse or common law partner requires a different application process than sponsoring a parent or grandparent. Overall, family sponsorship is a great option for those who want to bring their loved ones to Canada and build a life together. Hey, I hope you are enjoying this video so far. If you are looking to immigrate to Canada without dealing with complicated and confusing immigration forms and rules, right below this video you'll find a link to book a call to speak with me or my team so we can tell you how we can make your immigration process less stressful. Now, back to the video. Study permit. Want a popular route to becoming a permanent resident in Canada? Come study for at least 2 years by getting a study permit and finishing a post-secondary program in Canada. You may qualify for a post-graduation work permit, which is an open work permit. This golden ticket lets you gain some sweet Canadian work experience, boosting your chances for programs like the Canadian Experience class. Ideally, you'll want to work in a skilled occupation to earn some points for express entry, so you can become a permanent resident of Canada. International students often pay more for tuition, and living in Canada can be a bit costly. You'll need to prove you can cover tuition and have enough cash for your stay, usually around $10,000 a year, depending on your family setup. But no worries, with a study permit you can work up to 20 hours a week during school terms and full-time during breaks. Plus, if you bring your spouse, they can get an open work permit, allowing them to work full-time for any employer. Sweet deal, right? Work permit. Next on our list is applying for a work permit and then applying for express entry while in Canada. Obtaining a work permit and then applying for express entry while you are in Canada is a nice path towards permanent residency. So, if you are a skilled worker and can obtain a valid job offer and work permit, this can be a stepping stone towards permanent residency. To get a work permit, in most of cases, an employer must show they couldn't find a Canadian citizen or permanent resident for the job. The government then gives your employer a labor market impact assessment, letting them hire you. Not all employers need to apply for the labor market impact assessment. For instance, certain professionals under the Canada-US-Mexico Agreement and other free trade deals, or employees moving within a big company may be exempt. Next on the list, programs for business-focused immigrants. If you're having a hard time becoming a permanent resident through the previous 5 ways, consider the self-employed person stream or the startup visa program. The first option, self-employed person, requires at least 2 years of relevant work experience, scoring at least 35 points on a selection grid, and the plan to be self-employed in Canada. Your experience is relevant if you have taken part in cultural activities or athletics at a world-class level, or been a self-employed person in cultural activities or athletics. The second one, startup visa, is an awesome path to Canadian immigration for business-savvy individuals. To be eligible for startup visa program, you need a qualifying business, a support letter for a designated organization, language skills, and enough cash to settle and live in Canada before your business starts earning. You can head to Canada on a work permit while you set up your businesses and later qualify for permanent residence. Just make sure you're actively involved in managing the business within Canada. Canada wants to welcome 3,500 newcomers through business programs in 2023, and that number will rise to 6,000 by 2025. Many of them will enter through the startup visa. So put on your thinking cap and start planning your business journey to Canada. And finally, the Quebec Skilled Worker Program, the wild card of the pack. If you didn't quite make it with Express Entry or other programs, this may be your chance. Being a francophone or having a job offer qualifies you easier. So start practicing your bonjours and mercis, because Quebec could be your home. So there you have it, the top easiest way to immigrate to Canada and swap your current zip code for a Canadian postal code. Whether you are a skilled worker, a student, or just related to a Canadian, there's a way for you to live your best life in Canada. Don't be shy, give it a try.
Was that fun or what? But remember, this is just the start. Before you pack your bags and say au revoir to your old life, drop a comment below if you have any questions. Until next time, stay awesome and keep dreaming big.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the notification button to get notified every time I post a video. Thanks for watching.